All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first mental performance training video of the 2025 club season with Milwaukee Sting. My name is Coach Busy. I have coached at Sting in the past. I am mental performance coach at Sting currently. For those that know me or don't know me, that will be my role for the year. And I will be sending one of these videos out to you guys and your teams and your coaches each month throughout the season and go through a couple of different mental performance training exercises just to make sure that we are all on the same page about the culture we want to create, our mental strength as we sustain through an entire club season. Our topic for December is team first and me second. So just a little bit of introduction of mental performance training. Um, what we like to work on the mental side of sport is consistent and confident performance. We work on consistent performance with our physical skills, but with our mental skills as well. Emotional regulation, just knowing that we will feel good things, bad things, happy, sad, excited, angry, and work through different ways to process those things as we play the sport of volleyball. We will work on focus, concentration, motivation, communication skills, different ways to recover from injury on the mental side, and then some team bonding and teamwork. And our topic for December kind of goes with the teamwork frame of things. So, big sort of topic here, team first, me second. When I was chatting with Coach Janelle at Sting, we were talking about the concept of when the hive thrives, we all thrive. So, essentially, thinking about as much as we want to feel success and feel confident and do really good things individually, we will do better and we just will thrive more when we are focused on our team and our club also thriving. So I think we think it's important to start the season this way. Our focus on building with our team, supporting each other, and really focusing on our team success over our own individual focuses. Um, we want to make sure we are embracing our team and supporting what we like to say good vibes only going into the season, being really focused on uplifting our teammates, bonding with our teammates, getting to know our teammates, kind of setting some team goals, and with the focus on like anything I do is for the sake of my team and my teammates. And I do believe, like I say at the bottom here, great teams thrive when all teammates and coaches have the same goals in mind and put in the work to get there. Any of the teams that maybe you're currently watching compete in the NCAA championships, there's no makeup of any of those teams that had different goals in mind going into the season or different work ethics or different focuses on the things that were important to get there. And I'll get to that a little bit later, but it's just good to remember that if you want to succeed in the sport of volleyball, we really, pour into our team and our teammates, and our focus is on our team success, and the individual success kind of comes with that. So, little activity for us for this activity. You guys will be working individually. If you're doing this with your team, that's all good. If you're doing this on your own, even better. But what I want for you guys is to, and which I forgot to say earlier, is make sure you have paper and something to write with before we start this activity. And so, if you want to grab that now and pause the video, take a second to do that. And if you have that, that's great. We can keep rolling. But what we're going to do is close our eyes. So as you're sitting, close your eyes right now. And I want you to imagine the end of your season. Right now it's December. I want you to imagine June or July, whenever your season ends. And I want you to think about, if you could fast forward to that moment at the end of the season, where do you want to be? And what do you want to accomplish? What do you want to have accomplished in the previous 6, 7, 8 months of your volleyball season? Even like as you're thinking, put yourself in the middle of the convention center at nationals, wherever you're going to be. Place yourself there, reflect back on your season, and take a moment, pause the video, take a moment just to think about where you'd want to be at the end of the season and fully kind of get that in your mind. And once you have that image, feel free to resume the video. All right, now once we've kind of thought about the end of the year, what we want to accomplish, anything that we kind of see for ourselves and our team, I want you to write out just a few ideas of what it would take to get to that point in the year. So it's December, we're thinking about June or July, or even May for some teams. Like our 18s teams will finish up in May. So a couple months down the road, write down the physical skills and attributes of you or your team that you'll need to kind of have and it to achieve these goals down the road, and the mental skills as well. So this could be, we want to be good passers, we want to be strong servers, I want to be a really good hitter. The mental skills could be just like really good teamwork, really good work ethic, anything like that. Take a minute and write down anything that you think really generally that would take to get to your big goal at the end of the season. Same thing, pause the video and then resume once you are done with that. All right, so my big purpose of this is less of goal setting and less of motivation for the end of the year, but really thinking about no end of the season goal will involve you standing alone on the podium. And if you're thinking like that, of your big goal is to you could, maybe want to be an All-American at nationals. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good goal to have in mind. But you're not gonna do that without your teammates actually helping you get there. So no end of our season goal is an individual goal. And so we really want to make sure our focus this year is, as much as we want to succeed individually, our team success will actually help our individual success. Um, Case in point, our 13 goal team last year placed third at nationals, and none of the gals in this picture are alone in this picture and without their coaches. All of them set this goal for the end of the year, I would imagine, to make the podium at nationals. It's a great goal to have in mind. But none of them are standing alone in this picture. All of these gals are with each other, with their teammates, and there's no way they could have gotten there alone. And so, as we think about our season, and if you think about, the focus on yourself or wanting these individual accomplishments, that's okay. But you're not going to do that without pouring into your team and supporting your team in whatever role you have. So that is a really important thing to keep in mind. Um, a little bit of a reflection on this activity. So just like I said, we set goals for team accomplishments because long-term individual goals are impossible to do on our own. This was really good timing with the awesome volleyball matches that were on Thursday night in the Final Four, and just this incredible moment of three-time All-American senior Anna DeBeer going down on the court with a leg injury for Louisville. And this is someone coming into the match that has played 121 total sets this year and has 990, almost 1,000 total attempts hitting, which is a huge number. So she is being fed the ball. She's a seasoned vet. She's been in the Final Four before. Really good volleyball player. She goes down, and the next person up was a freshman, Peyton Peterson. She played 31 total sets this year and has been set less than 100 times. And so to emphasize the team first, if Peyton had been focusing on, well, I'm not playing, this doesn't matter, or if Anna had been focusing on, I'm the only one that matters, or the team has been focusing individually, I don't think there's any way they would have won that match. But I wanted to play this video that I saw on Instagram from my dear friend Amy Wagner. She shared it on her story and talked about culture and the importance of it. And I wanted to share it with you guys, just so we could talk about and really reflect on the importance of the team first mindset. Yeah, I thought that was a perfect summary of the kind of the points I want to make in our first month of performance training. Um, any individual focus for either of those players or any players on the Louisville volleyball team would have been pretty detrimental to their success in the game. If Anna goes down and they were so focused on, well, no one else can step up now, or we haven't been pouring into each other all year, so this is going to be hard. They once have pulled off a huge upset. Pitt's been the best, if one of the best teams in the country all year. Louisville also real good, but if they were less focused on the team and more focused on individual stuff, then it would have been hard for them to find success in those moments. So I thought that was a really cool summary of the kind of the points we want to make. So ways to kind of continue this throughout the year. If you guys want to develop, and I think we should develop a culture similar to Louisville or any of those teams that were in the Final Four this year, they're clearly doing something right. But if we want to develop that culture, here's some things I think that would be really easy for you guys to do each week that would help sort of emulate that culture. So first of all, really simply reflecting after each practice about what went well for you and why, because that helps build our self-confidence. We can't just focus on the team. We want to build our own self-confidence as well. I'm all about that, of course. But also adding to that, what went well for the team and why. So you could say, well, I had a really good serve receive drill. I thought I was moving really well. I was flowing really well on the court, but also as a team, we scrimmaged another team and we did really well because we were communicating. Great ways to build our own self-confidence, but also to kind of pour into each other. And if we want to take this one step further, maybe we text this to coaches after practice or text it to teammates, or you guys put it in the group chat or something, just to continue reflecting on not just focus on ourselves because we want to build our confidence, of course, but also on our team. Really simply too, like giving praise to teammates after each practice. You could write praise on the whiteboard. You guys could do this at the end of practice, give a shout out to someone. You could text teammates, just so we know that we got each other and we're supporting each other and making sure that we are just, yeah, pouring into each other and uplifting each other after practices and building really good team culture as well. Um, Definitely set individual and personal goals of the things you want to get better at this year. The point of this video is not to ignore that. We need to do that as athletes, but remind yourself that everything you work on is to help your team win a championship. So even if our goals are related to individual accomplishments or being recruited, very important if you're at the age of being recruited. But a dear friend of mine, Taylor Morey, who I've coached with before, would always tell our team the best teams and the most successful teams will just have the most eyes on their court anyways. And so if we're focused on our individual recruiting, that could cause some anxiety, that could cause some distraction. If we're focused on pouring into our team and having really good team success, eyeballs will be on their court either way. And so that's a really good thing to keep in mind. If you're, setting that as a goal for this year, definitely do that. It's a really cool opportunity to play in college. But the best teams will just be the teams that are really supporting each other either way. So it's a good thing to keep in mind. A little bit of a summary for all the stuff we talked about today. Team first, me second. We're making sure we're all working towards the same goal with the same motivations in mind. Our personal goals are going to be congruent with our team goals. So anything we want to accomplish individually, we will not be able to do without teammates by our side. And embracing our roles and just pouring into each other in this club season. Let's go get it. I'm excited to be along this journey with you guys throughout the 2025 season. If you guys ever want to meet with me individually or meet with me and with your team, talk to your coaches, have them reach out to me. We can set that up. I'm really excited to just support and be along for the ride. As many of you know, I care a lot about Milwaukee State Volleyball Club. I care about the success of our teams and our athletes and the confidence of our athletes. So I'm excited to be part of it this year. If you guys have any questions for me, or about the video, reach out to your coaches and you guys can send me a text or give me a call. And as always, go Sting.